Watch me sway, darkness falls, and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river, I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, saying, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, watching me clean, kerosene creep.
And welcome, guys. Welcome to Journey Ryan Live right here on My Psychic Connection. How's everybody doing? All right, we got Cassidy. Happy Friday. Let's go. Hello, Cassidy. All right. I hope everybody's doing wonderful tonight. I do have a surprise for everybody, and we'll be talking about that in just a moment. I'm sure you guys have noticed that the banner's not up. It's a little bit different. Journey's in spooky mode. And Emma says, love the aesthetics. Yes, Journey's in spooky mode. Looking at, Kay's the one. It was a lot darker, and I just looked like somebody from a scary movie. So since we're in spooky season, why not play around with the lighting? And Lexi says, "Whoa, there's some glow action on here." Absolutely, I wanted to have a little fun with it and have a little fun with you guys now. And I see Cassie says, your setup is epic tonight. Yes. And then Emma says, you're too funny. Laugh out loud. So, yeah, like I said, Kay's the one that was like, ooh, you should go on the show like that. It's the time. It's the season. Go out there. Have a little bit of fun with it. And I thought, you know what? Why not? But, guys, I know you guys come here all the time and you guys watch our shows every week. We've got shows 5 nights a week. We got Jackie saying, hey, Journey. Hello, Jackie. And so things are changing up for us right here at My Psychic Connection, as there is some rebranding and some changes going on. And so this week that you guys have seen all the shows is the last week that you guys are going to see them all together until we get to 2025. So in January of 2025, you're going to see new shows, new branding, all kinds of stuff happening. So there will be pop-up shows along the way. Now, I'm not saying that we're not going to have a Halloween special. We are having a Halloween special. So, guys, make sure you're going to be here. It's going to be a big celebration with all of us. But we'll have pop-up shows throughout the following weeks. There'll be 1 or 2 shows possibly a week, but there will not be 5 shows consistently like we've had as we're rebranding and doing all of that. So, to make it fun for you guys and to have a lot of fun with you guys here, I said, well, why not make it a Journey and Friends? So, let's do it.
Hello.
With us here, we got Lexi supposed to do for the 5 days a week without you guys. Watch our shows, guys. Go back and watch some of our shows. Watch the new videos popped up. I've been talking about all these different things like the Dark Empath and Shiva and things like that. So there's a lot of there's still going to be videos and there's still going to be shows. They're just not as many up until we get into 2025. So we still have the shows. They're just not how you're used to them being. So, guys, just bear with us. You guys will know. We'll be posting about them when they're going live. So, guys, make sure you're hitting that notification bell. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell. Notifications are going to let you know when we're going live and when we're doing things. Norma saying, hi, Journey. And Emma saying, yay, excited for this change. Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Now, I didn't just bring Kay. You guys know I have a whole handful of people. We got Squirrel. Hello, Squirrel. We cannot hear you because you're muted. Welcome to Journey. We haven't done a Journey in Friends in so long, and you've already started with the mute.
Okay, we should take a poll. Like the person who guesses how many times my mic will be muted.
I'm gonna say about 11 times. 11. Lexi says, oh my God, my heart is going into overload. Well, guys, we've done it. And Jasmine's saying full house. Absolutely. But we've got another person with us. Energy! Woo! All right. Now, Cassidy would love to be with us tonight. Unfortunately, she can't be here, but it is a holiday in Canada. They're having their Thanksgiving this weekend, so Cassidy won't be on the screen, but she is in the chat, so she is here with us. She's part of the Dream Team. Cassidy saying hello, Dream Team. Hello, Cassidy.
Hello.
And then we got Jasmine saying, wow, absolutely, guys. So this is something you guys are going to see coming back in the new season where we're doing Journey and Friends, where you're going to get the group of us here doing readings. So if you guys are making sure that you want to guarantee your reading, go ahead and click that donation link. It is in the chat, and we'll continue to keep being posted periodically. So, guys, let's have some fun with it. We're still going to have our games. So this means there is an emoji contest going on right now. And with this emoji contest, everybody's going to pull one card for that emoji winner. So you're going to get 4 cards from 4 different psychics to go. So I want to see that emoji contest going nuts. So, guys, let's see it. Let's make sure we're sharing this out far and wide as we can, guys. Do remember, we want to get to as many people as possible. And I know some of you guys are sharing us out, but, you know, we need help. You know, we need to be able to get to as many people as possible. And without you guys helping us out while we're doing the show live, we can't be sharing. So we rely on you to help share us out. So, and if you're wanting to get a reading with all 4 of us, you're going to have to donate for one of the big M's. We've got a mini, a medium, and a mega. So remember, the mega is going to allow you to have 4 questions. So make sure that you are ready to rock and roll with that. And we're all going to get a shot to give you some information. And our order in that is going to be K, Squirrel, Energy, then myself. When you do one of the big M's, the 3 M's, if you do one of those, you're going to get all of us. If you do a quick read, make sure you pick the psychic of your choice. So if you're doing the quick reading, you either say Journey, Squirrel, K, Energy, and Danielle saying, hi, everyone. Hello, Danielle. We are here to have some fun with you guys. Remember, this isn't a goodbye show. We are taking a small break as they rebrand the network and make everything. Well, I say we, like there's mice in my pocket. While I rebrand the network and do more things. And Squirrel says, yo, the fall banquet is here. Absolutely. Squirrel, we've been it was like MIA for a while, but here you are, and we're so thrilled to see you. Now, guys, do know, like I said, we're going to have pop-up shows, so make sure you're ringing that notification bell. And we've got something cool going on that we have known about for quite some time. We've known about this for quite some time, but we are going to be on Amazon Live, guys. We are now adding to our platform, so you'll be able to watch us. And Daniel says, hi, all of you. Love that hat. Thank you. All right, so we are going to be now on, if you have Amazon Prime, you'll be able to watch us on there. If you've got your YouTube on your television, you can watch us on there as well. And hopefully, if all plays out as we see it to play out, there will be a phone line. There'll be a 1-800 number, a toll-free number. So no matter what country you're in, you'll be able to call in instead of typing in your message, calling in and getting your question answered, and us being able to hear your beautiful voices, which is something we haven't done in a long time. Guys, I've been doing radio for 18 years, and then the last 5, we haven't had the phone line, and it has been so different for me, an adjustment for me, not to have that. You're on the air, you know, it's so different to not be able to do that, and to have to, you know, read the messages, and because I read vibrations as well. So when you're talking to me, I actually get more out of your reading than just reading your question, because sometimes we will type something or write something differently than the way we would explain it or verbalize it. So our writing is a different style, and a lot of people don't realize that the way you talk and the way you write are 2 different styles. If you looked at any of my writings, you could see that I write completely different than the way I speak. So with I would say I have more slang in the way I talk to people than I do when I'm writing. I don't really write with slang. I write with terminologies and definitions and making sure people understand what's going on. But we're going to have some fun here tonight, so let's make sure we're sharing this out far and wide as we can. Ladies, are we ready to rock and roll and have some good energy flow? I see that emoji contest rocking and rolling. Guys, do know we've got it. We're going to be here. Let's see it, because you're going to get a read with all four of us at the end of the show. Squirrel says, I was recently told I talk like I'm from Mars. I was just literally telling people that they're from Mars. Probably.
Like right before the show.
Like literally right before the show, I was talking about how certain cultures are from another planet. We'll go that to another direction and another day. Maybe I'll do a video about it. All right, guys, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna start off this show. I am going to start off with our first question. What do we got first? All right, it is the lightning round. The lightning round is where you guys are going to ask as many yes/no questions as possible. Remember, I'm not the only one answering these lightning round questions. So I will be answering one, passing the torch to the next person, and passing the torch to the next person, so on and so forth. So let's see all those yes and no questions, please. Yes and no questions. All right, guys, are we ready to do this? It's always so hard to not say more. And I know all of you guys have felt that. And, you know, there's sometimes where you're just like, just ask a bigger question. All right, here we go. Danielle's starting off. She says, will the business I work for close up permanently? Ooh, so much more, but no.
Kelly, do you see my finances improving with a new career? Yes.
You are muted. That's
crack and frail. Always protected. Does Paul W. reciprocate my interest? Undetermined.
And we have Jasmina. Hi, Jasmina. Will I get money? Let's have a look for you. And the answer is, no.
Jackie says, will I be getting a new vehicle this year? Yes. Oh, there's something else to that.
Danielle says, will Caleb get the job he went for the interview recently? No.
Sweetly morbid. Am I being a hypochondriac? Yes.
And I have lovely Haley. Did I pass my prosthetics exam? Thank you. Oh, let's see. Oh, undetermined. More to that.
Ooh. Alicia, I think I'm saying it right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. Will I be able to totally depend on income from Serenity by December? No.
Scorpio, will I hear from my son this year? No.
Cassidy, should I seriously consider buying a vehicle at the car auction this weekend? No. Bang.
Got branding. Haley says, no, why does Spirit want to tell me? I'm waiting for a grade coming out. Well, it's not necessarily that's the reason why Spirit doesn't want to tell you. And Cassidy says, thank you. You are so welcome. Guys, do know that yes and no questions. We can't explain why you're getting the answer. And it could be as simple as the way you ask the question for a yes or a no. Because if you were to ask the question as a direct question, as the one that you're going to get an answer for, it would be a totally different answer. So it's completely different. So,
and there is a reason behind it as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so hard not to say those reasons.
I know.
Grail says, you guys killed it as always. Should have asked if Kay still wants to elope with me.
Well, my love, I'm waiting for my shiny ring because I like big things.
She likes big rocks.
Yeah.
Big rocks. She brings them on the air all the time.
All the time, yeah.
I love it.
Squirrel says, I'm giving you the sexiest diamond.
Ooh la la! Can we classify this as an on-air proposal?
It's happening.
But see, you can't disappear when that happens. You just so Squirrel, you gotta keep in contact, buddy. You can't just like MIA it. You know what I mean?
Ask me to dip out.
Like, I'll see you in 4 months. Squirrel says, neglectful. It's okay, we forgive you because we love you here. That is definite. All right, guys, we got a lot going on, so we're going to go ahead and if I'm going to say this, if you guys have donated for a reading, make sure that the question that you have is on the network, because we are looking for one of the readings right now. If you can let us know that you have donated for a mediumship, we'll be more than happy to dive right into that. And Squirrel says, I love you guys so much. We love you too. All right. Also, we need Emma Rose to go ahead and give us her mediumship question as well. She also put forth a medium. So, and guys, do remember, everybody who is donating currently, a portion of the donations are going to our Salvation Army Turkey Drive. We are going to be holding a benefit for those who have been affected by both hurricanes that recently have passed in the last 2 weeks. We had a Category 4 hit northern Florida, go into Georgia, hit North Carolina, Tennessee, and Kentucky. They all severe damage done. People were trapped in towns. They couldn't even drive out. So our hearts go out to them. We really want to be able to get to everybody and help as many people as we possibly can, as we've always done that here at My Psychic Connection. Also, for everybody who's been hit by Hurricane Milton, that was another Category 3 hurricane. Was it 5? Some candle work did work on that, trying to get that sucker to die down. And it still left devastation, flooding still going on. If you are any of our Florida members and they are sending out the warnings to leave your area, right now all of the waters are coming back. So there's a rush of water coming through. If you are being told to leave, please get to safe grounds. Please follow your evacuation charts. It's very important. All right. Well, I know we've got some paid readings coming up, so let's get started. And we're going to start off with Emma as we wait for Alexandra to go ahead and give us their.
We have a donation. Thank you, Lexi. Lexi, a portion of your donation does go to the Salvation Army Turkey Drive. Lexi says, hey, Journey and friends. I wondered if you were able to get in touch with my grandfather. He passed away 11 years ago, and he was the only real father figure I've ever known. He never got to see me grow up. I'm really wanting to know if he is safe and happy, and if he is proud of me and the woman I've become. Also, does he know that I named my son after him? There's a few things. Almost right away, it was like he wanted me to correct you whenever you said he didn't get a chance to see you grow up. He has gotten to see you grow up. He has gotten to kind of observe, though he hasn't physically been able to, kind of interact in those kind of ways. There's a lot of him watching. Even with I get the whole childbirth time while you were actually pregnant, I feel like there was actually a lot of protectiveness over you. There may have been some additional stressors that you had during that time, and I feel like that's when he actually was more significant in your life. So when you're actually asking about the naming and things like that, I feel like that is actually all things that he did know, and he has a huge sense of peace and happiness that you care enough to even carry out his name in that way. Um, there's also a sense of just feeling as though there should have been more protection in a sense for you as you were growing up, or more attention kind of being paid for you. Um, so I feel like there is some senses here where he's feeling like you had a lack of certain things that are going on in your life, and he wants you to recognize that, you know, even though he may not have been able to physically be there for everything, he was still observing, he was still watching, he was still cheering you on. There's times that he's like, you guys had your one-on-one time, and you guys got to create some memories yourself. He's talking about ice cream, maybe an ice cream date or something you guys may have had at a point in time. So there's still this lightness, this joy that kind of comes out, this pride he has in who you have elevated to be over the course of the past few years, especially because there's been a lot of things that have kind of happened and situations that have transpired. And I get a huge sense where you have had that loneliness that kind of has been there, and longing and wanting to get that validation from him that he is there. Look in the small signs as well. I don't get like the traditional like animals for you. Like, you know, a lot of people, when there's death, you know, there's like birds and things they see. But for you, it's interesting because I actually see a lot of ground animals, like groundhogs and raccoons and things like that, like very like earthy nature. So I'm feeling like he tries to come through and through like kind of a grounding nature for you and that earthy nature for you, trying to make sure that you know that you have that sense of stability and support that is around you. You're very much so protected with more than just him. And I'm sure some of the others will say this too. There's more than just your grandfather who kind of pops up in your wall of people who are around. So when you're asking specifically, does he you know, that is he proud, you know, is he at peace, or all those things? Absolutely, at this point he is. There's a lot of things I think in the beginning he had to kind of work through, and there was things that, you know, he wasn't settled on. But with the time that's passed and watching other people and seeing how life has kind of continued on, I think that he's in a lot happier space, or in a more peaceful element at this point in time. So I always say, remember, you never have to just honor those memories alone. You can always take time to light a candle, say something that may remind them or show tribute to them because they were listening. Okay. All right, my lovely. I hope that helps. I'm going to pass it along.
You're muted.
That's 3. Okay then, Lexi, I am getting a your grandfather was incredibly intelligent. I get some serious Sagittarius energy from him, either the sun or his Mercury. He was playful. He taught you so much when you were little. He was the type of grandfather who would slow down and take time to show you bugs and show you what things were. And your incessant why never bothered him. He was really fantastic with you. I am getting, as Kay had, that he is incredibly proud of you. He's just worried of what you're going through right now. He sees that broken heart, and he sees how things have been so unfair, and not just for a short while. And he wants you to step up and say no. He wants you to start demanding fairness, not letting people walk over you. And it seems like it's several different instances. It's not just your husband. It's a lot of people who kind of treat you like a doormat, and he wants you to be stronger there. He wants you to, he's right there. He's right there cheering you on and showing you signs. Kay is absolutely right. There are signs. If something tips over in the other side of the house, this happened recently, it feels like, where you let somebody walk over you and something in another room tipped over. It wasn't footsteps or anything. It was your grandfather saying, oh, no, don't do that. And he wants you to understand that there is somebody out there full of fire, full of passion, who will treat you right. I don't feel like you've met him yet, but your grandfather knows who he is. And I really honestly feel like it's another Sagittarius, like Sagittarius energy, either Sun or Mercury. He loves you so much. He does not want you to get distracted by the little shit. He says there's so many times that you've gotten distracted from the unnecessary things in life, that you've lost focus or gotten confused on what you're supposed to be doing. So he says, get your focus, and don't let little stupid things distract you or push you over the edge. He says you're definitely stronger than that. He is proud of you, but there are some things he wants you to work on. The distractions and the letting people push you around are two of those. And he wants you to start squirreling money away. Like, I'm not kidding. It's an actual squirrel putting money into a basket. He says there are some things that you give away or that you don't necessarily need that are for other people. Start saying no. Okay. Start squirreling a little bit of money away at a time. You can get this. You can do this. Hold on. That broken heart, it will heal. It will leave scars, but he is always there. He's always cheering you on. You are not alone at all. And he's excited to watch his namesake grow. He's excited. He'll be showing him. And Lexi says he was such a good saver. I always tried to be more like him in that way. He says you're capable of it. He taught you so much. And he taught you how to stop and be patient with your son and play with him. I know you can't do that all the time, but put some of that energy in with your son that your grandfather showed you, because you are the light of his life, Lexi. You were the shining star, and he loves you, and he knows you can make it. But take deep breaths when you're feeling overwhelmed, and make sure your distractions are worth your time. Okay? I hope that helps, and I am going to pass you on to energy.
Hi, Lexi. So I've just been sitting quietly tuning in to the energy of your grandfather. And the first thing that comes through for me is a feeling. It's an emotion. And I actually have tears in my eyes. Just as the others have said, he is so proud of you. He knows how tough it has been for you over the years. And he is so proud that you are standing strong in yourself despite that. The key thing that he's saying to me is family. Family first. Be strong. Know that you have strong family connection. And the connection to your grandfather since he has passed is not lost. He's still there. He's got your back. Think of him like an angel on your shoulder. That's the kind of energy I have. Now, Squirrel mentioned about the Sagittarius energy. I'm also getting a strong, grounded energy. You could rely on him. If he said he was going to do something, he would do it. I get this. It's almost like I feel like I've got a big hug around me at the moment. And it's like he wants to physically reach out and hug you right now. be aware of those kind of sensations. It can feel like tingling in your energy field. It can feel like a breeze wafting past you. I feel that that is one symbol that you can recognize that he is around you. The other thing that he's telling me is that it's time to heal. It's time to heal from those things from the past that you haven't let go of yet. There is a lot of sadness still in your heart, not just about your grandfather's passing, but about some of the emotional things that you have had to deal with over the past 11 years and earlier into your childhood. He was your rock. He was the one that you could hang on to when you were sad, when you were upset, when your emotions were flying all over the place. He is such a rock for you, and he still is. That is the wonderful thing, because when our loved ones pass from this physical world, they are still there. We can still connect with them. Hang on to that connection on those days when you are feeling so low. The other thing that I am feeling from him is that it's almost like you and he had, if not literally a secret language, you kind of had this way of communicating that was just your own, just between you and he. He was almost like your best playmate, as well as being that rock, that grandfather that you could rely on, that was there for you, that kept your world stable. And since his passing, you've kind of feeling that you've lost that stability somewhat. But know that energy is also within you. You have inherited that capability of standing strong with both feet on the ground, no matter what happens to you. The other thing I'm getting is music. I've got music. I feel like there was a love of music that connected both of you as well. So another way that you can connect with him is play the music that you both loved. Play that and just think about the good times when you're feeling low. The other thing I want to say is that communication directly with your grandfather is possible. You don't always, it's great to go through a medium, but when we are not available to you to do a mediumship reading, you can make connections yourself. I believe that you have the skill set within you. You have to just clear your mind, open your energy field and be aware. So as well as those symbols, you will get sensations, you'll get thoughts put in your head, you'll get feelings. Trust that that is your grandfather giving you messages, still helping you from the other side. It's been a delight to do this mediumship reading for you, and I now pass you on to Journey. You're muted, Journey.
All right, so can I get that question back on the screen? Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to see if I've got it. Nope, I don't have it on that side. They'll bring it up in the back, but I know that we're talking about your grandfather. There was a lot of messages coming through in the moment, and I just want to make sure I touch base on the things that you want. It says, hey, Journey, I was wondering if you were able to get in touch with my grandfather. He passed away 11 years ago. He was the only real father figure I ever known, and he never got to see me growing up. Okay. So the thing that I want to say the most when it was coming down to the communication coming through for me is that, changing the things that are going on in your life, taking a stand for yourself, stop letting people walk all over you. You tend to be that person, like he keeps talking about, stop being the person that has to turn the other cheek. He says you keep turning the other cheek. You need to stop. You say that I didn't get a chance to watch you grow up, but I got to watch you grow up in a way that you'll never realize until it's your time to be on this side of things, where you get to watch everything. You get to go back and see the things. You get to see the past. You get to see the future. You get to see the present. You get to see it all. But the one thing that he keeps telling me and keeps reminding me, Lexi, is that if you don't make change, change is never going to happen for you. I know that you're holding out, and this is what he's saying directly to me. He says, I know you're holding out your heart, and I know that you keep putting your heart on your sleeve, but you need to stop putting your feelings out there and not getting back anything from it. See, you keep giving away energy that is not deserving. You're giving energy away that these people don't deserve. And that includes the person you've just separated from. You're providing more energy for them than they are for you. And to watch you grow up is still watching you grow up. As you are on this earthly plane, you are still in what he's calling infant mode. He says your real birth isn't until it's time to cross over. Your real birth begins then. This is an experience, but you need to not be blocked by everybody else's experience and stop being outshadowed. Stop being being in everybody else's shadow and leaving yourself last. It is not the way that you were raised. It is not the way you need to be, and this needs to change today. He's coming through very, very stern. That's where I get that earth energy. I'm getting that grounded energy, that Sagittarius energy, everything everyone's talking about. Everybody's put forth their energy, and I can see where they're getting it because of the way that he's communicating. Lexi, he wants you to know that he is proud of you, but there are some things that you can change. And with this change, you'll see growth. And that's where you need to be right now. You need to be growing. You need to be opening yourself up. I'm going to put this out here, and it's going to be hard to hear. If you don't change your energy, your depression will affect your family. This is going to affect your kids. It's going to affect the people around you. It's going to make you feel more alone in the world. He wants you to change that about yourself. Stop putting depression before your happiness. Don't go into victim mode. He wants you to see this as an experience, take in the energy, and then move forward. That's what I'm seeing here. This is what he is telling me. Now, he talks every once in a while I hear like this ruffle in his throat. Like he was like a chain smoker. Like, hey, how's it going? Like that. That's how he's coming through. Don't let these people take your life. Stop letting people take your power. Lexi says, tough love is best. I like hearing how I can improve in a brutal, honest way. And that's how he wants you to. He wants you to see what you've learned, but stop touching the fire. He's like, how many cheeks do you have to borrow to keep turning cheeks? Honey, you've used so many face cheeks that you've switched over to ass cheeks. Like, how many more cheeks do you got? Very little left. Because you keep giving people chances who don't deserve it. Let people start impressing you. Let people start coming for you and giving to you rather than you giving out. You're always so busy trying to give to the world rather than give to yourself. And right now, if there were anything that you could do in this world, is give to yourself. I don't know if it's a painting or a picture. It's in a frame. He says, you feel alone? Touch it. It was his. He's a part of that photo or painting. Whatever it is, it's something you have. I'm going to say it's a photo. You need to touch that photo. You need to be re-energized. You want to ground? Touch that photo. You want inspiration? Touch that photo. Because the inspiration doesn't come from the photo and it doesn't come from him. That inspiration comes from you. But what that photo does is it knocks away that negativity. It blocks what is keeping you from moving forward. You have a lot of inspiration, but you give it to everybody else. Stop giving people your power. Take back your power. Use it for yourself, because guess what? You've always been told that, oh, if you do for yourself, you're selfish. Wrong. You are not. If you are no good to yourself, you are no good to anyone else. Your children included, your your marriage included, your family included, your friends. There's a reason why you need to be, if you want to do what we do, if you want to be a healer, if you want to be that person that helps somebody, you've got to be on the right level yourself. If you are not on the right level, you cannot help anybody else because you're going to get vindictive and negative energy, and it is not worth your time. So, says Lexi says, I've really woken up lately to just how much I've done for other people. I need to start taking care of myself. Absolutely, Lexi. Absolutely. So just put yourself in this position where you see that you come first, then everybody else. Just like they say on an airplane, put your mask on first before you help everybody else. Because if you pass out by trying to help others, you're not going to help as many people as you originally thought you were going to. I want you to take that to heart. I want you to see that for what it is, and I want you to be able to move forward. And with that, Lexi, he loves you. He's with you. He wants you to see what you're doing. And it's not what everybody's doing to you. It's what you're doing to yourself. But they're taking advantage because you're just handing it out like it's free food. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
That was a definite tough one. You got the love, but you've got to work on yourself. And that was one of the hardest things to say, and that's what he would tell you because he's coming through so strong. It's one of those things that we don't realize we're doing until it's too late. And Lexi says, thank you so much, Journey, Energy, Squirrel, and Kay. Been balling the whole time. This means so much, honey. We're here for you. You know that. I did see somebody ask if I do private readings. I do, along with everybody else here. We go on mypsychicconnection.com. You get 3 free minutes when you sign up. It gives you the opportunity to speak to any of the psychics on the network. So just join mypsychicconnection.com and you can get a private reading with any of us here. Now, there are some of us that go, well, I've looked on there, but I didn't see energy. That's okay. If you email mypsychicconnection@gmail.com, we will set up a private reading with her. She is in a different country than the rest of us, so it makes it a little bit different for her. And based off her time of how she does things, she's a very busy lady, very, very busy lady. And she does readings in shops and things like that, as everybody else does. And always protected. I wanted to make sure you saw that. I know you've asked it a couple times. We did post it, but I don't think you caught it. So I wanted to make sure that you got that information. I'll be more than happy to do a one-on-one with you. And just send me a message on there. Let me know when you're available, and we can put something together for you, okay? Because by the way, guys, there's a messenger on mypsychicconnection.com. If you go on there and send us a message and you say, hey, listen, I live in Australia and I know your times are different. What time can we set up? That way we can communicate with you. And just communicating in the chat does not. Now, a chat reading charges you, but the chat itself does not. The messenger doesn't. So the messenger does not charge you, but the chat will. Okay? So let me know. Let any of us psychics know. We'll be more than happy to set something up with you right there on the air. And we'll be more than happy to do that one-on-one. Now, if you want to get a reading on here, you can also donate. And we'll be more than happy to do that with you guys here. All right. So, whew. I'm still feeling that energy from that, guys. All right.
That was intense.
It was. But guess what? It is medium season. We've got another medium with a third mediumship right after that one. So let's go ahead and take our next reading. Who do we got?
All right, we have a donation from Emma. Thank you, Emma. A portion of your donation does go to the Salvation Army Turkey Drive. All right, Emma says, it's about my loved ones, Mike and Felino, who both tragically passed away in the 9/11 attacks. Okay. All right. So I want to tap into my fully now. Okay. Um, with Mike, I'm getting a lot of heaviness kind of in my chest. I feel like there was a lot of things here, especially at the end, that were very. It, I get a lot of fear at the end, a lot of anxiety. Like it's almost like my heart is beating super, super, super fast. Um, With this one, I would say there was a lot that it feels like that's just lingering there from that ending and everything that's happened. And there's a whole lot of lack of closure that's happened. I get that on both ends, but just pulling on this one right now, there's a huge sense of lack of closure and kind of wanting to um, just almost have had more time or to have had a sense of ending with things. Um, the, that spirit in itself, it seems very unsettled for me. It's actually giving me a bit of a like a nauseous feeling because it feels very, very, very unsettled. Also, he seems to, dwell a lot on the things that were unfinished. So I get there's a lot of lack of peace on that one. Emma says, I love them both so much and it's hard to not have the closure. Yeah. And I would love to be a person to say, oh, there's peace on every side of the rainbow here for everybody. But sometimes I don't get that's the case. And in this scenario, I don't feel that complete lack of full closure there. I do feel like if you're a person who believes in sending one off or doing anything like that, I think that would be something that would be good to give that sense of closure and peace there. But there's also, it feels like there's ties and missing of the family here. I keep seeing like a younger girl, maybe older now, obviously, it's been some time, but a younger girl at that time that held significance to him. And I get like really beautiful, like blondish brown hair standing out to me. So with that, I feel like there may be some things there that that person may need closure with, or even may want you to be protective over certain people in their life. Emma says Mike was at my uncle's wedding. Yeah, there's certain things there that it feels like there's just a closure that's needed on that aspect for them. But yeah, that one's a tough one. Now the second one, I'm gonna say Phil for short. That one I do kind of get a little bit more resolution with. With that energy here, there's almost just kind of a sense of there's been a lot that's kind of transpired after the fact. Um, and certain people needed to have to kind of start handling certain things on their own or start to take on certain responsibilities. And now that they're no longer there to do that, it's like they've gotten to watch how the people around them or the people who they were matured. Yeah, Phil was my grandfather's student, and my grandfather also sang at his funeral. Yeah. See, this one has, to me, a whole lot more peace, a whole lot more love that seems to be almost surrounding this one. There's a lot more closure in this one. Even how I was saying, like, I almost felt like that anxiety, that stress from Mike. I don't get that same sense of energy with this one. um, I almost feel like this one has had more time almost to have settled peace, to have watched and seen and have felt and experienced certain things in her life that I feel like maybe Mike didn't get to have didn't get the chance to have. So there's, I would say with one, you do have a whole lot more peace, a whole lot more settlement. And though there was fear and things like that that happened there towards the end, I feel like they were able to get their own sense of closure or come to their sense of peace. So there is something with that one. The other one, I would say maybe there is something you could do to just send that spirit off in a little bit more peace. And again, I don't know how much control you do have over seeing other people or making sure other people are taken care of, but that one seems to be a little bit more concerned about the family aspects. All right, my love, sending you lots of love. And I know that's definitely a tough situation. So to anyone who's lost anyone in 9/11, I just want to send love to you. Emma says, yeah, I wrote a letter to Mike. And that's a way to get some closure as well. All right, my love, let me go ahead and pass you on.
Okay, Emma Rose, thank you for your donation, and I am so, so sorry you had to go through that, honey. I did 2 separate spreads, one for Mike and one for Felino. And I love what Kay said about that closure, about doing some sort of ceremony between you and them to have that closure, both for both of you. I love what Kay said about that. I highly recommend you do that, or find out how to do that, or get with Kay and do something there. Now for Mike, I've got a really I find Mike to be one of those people who is passionate, loud, and funny, and just, if he thought it, he said it. And he just felt like a really happy human being. I just really enjoy the energy that I get from him. And I feel like he did have his ducks in a row when things happened. He's not happy about how it happened, of course. And Emma Rose says he was the most real friend my uncle ever had. He was very, very honest. And a lot of people found him blunt, but he did it in a soft way. Now, I do feel like he has much, much more calm and peace, but he still wasn't happy. And I feel like he did a lot to make sure that other people made it through what they were going through, even the ones that were killed in the accident, not accident, in the towers. He was there for a lot of people, and he made sure that people felt safe and weren't as frightened as they could have been. He feels almost like a first responder, or one of those people who just knows what to do for other people. He never let fear get in the way. So I don't know if you knew that or not, but he went doing everything he could to make sure that the people around him were not terrified. And that is so important. He really wants you to know that he was afraid, but he wasn't so afraid that he couldn't lead the other people, not to safety, but to some peace. And Emma Rose says, are they both proud of me and watching over me? Mike, absolutely. Mike, I can see him. I got this queen of coins. He finds you to be growing into such a beautiful woman. He's so proud of you. He does think that you need to harness that Capricorn energy a little bit more. That Gemini energy absolutely takes over you and gets you into trouble, not only financially, but in other ways too. He says if you could just focus a little bit more on what you want and not let, again, it's like he's talking about almost the same thing, those distractions that get you off path, that you are destined for great things, but you have got to focus on them. Harness that Capricorn energy. I can't remember if it's your moon or your ascendant, but that energy is there for a reason. Start using it, okay? Don't know if he would have used the astrology, but that's how I see it and how I'm interpreting it. That he is very proud of you, and he is definitely watching over you. He really wanted you to know that he was, and Emma Rose says, I have a Capricorn moon. I knew it was one of them. He just wanted you to know that he didn't go shaking. He went making a difference. And he really and truly tried. He wanted you to know he was brave. Okay. Now, Felino, I've got the 8 of Cups in reverse, which means he did not want to go. He had stuff to do. I've got the 5 of Cups upright, and I've got the 9 of Swords upright. He's angry and he's sad, and he really, really, really wanted to be there physically to watch you grow. He wanted to be there physically to guide you. I really do feel that what Kay said about a ceremony to have that closure doesn't necessarily mean letting go. He's not going to let you go, Felino. He's not going to let you go. And yes, they are watching over you. And Emma Rose says, yeah, he was my grandfather's student. He sees you growing into this passionate, beautiful woman. I feel like there was love, romantic love there, that he intended to be a part of your life in a very strong way. And that's part of what the closure was about. He didn't get that chance to let you know how much he truly loved you. But he is so very proud. And yes, he watches over you, both of them. You've got two queens. You got two queens from two different men. And you can't get any better than that. They're so proud of you, Emma Rose. She says, I was only 3 months old when the attack occurred. Oh, there is that. I do believe this man loved you. This man loved you. And he never got the chance to tell you. And he was waiting for you to grow up. He was going to wait for you to grow up. Both men are watching over you. Both men are proud. It's just, Mike wants you to ground a little better, okay? And you've got the capability. You've got that Capricorn moon. So get some grounding in and know that you are loved, and know that both of those men are always around you, making sure that you've got what you need. Okay? I love you, girl. I'm going to pass you on to energy.
Hi, Emma Rose. Well, the first thing that I felt when I tuned into Mike was I got an immediate headache. I got an immediate headache. And I wanted to, I got my throat was all closed off. But the other thing that's coming through was that Mike was not going to give up until the last second. He pushed and pushed. He was actually trapped in one area, and movement was very difficult for him. It's not like he could move down lots of stairwells or anything like that. He was kind of trapped in one area, and he did not give up until the last second. He was a born fighter. He was not the type to give in to anything. That was part of his personality, part of his nature. And he still has that energy now of not giving in, not giving up. The other thing I want to say in terms of Mike's energy is that he was kind of like an in-charge person. He was like the one you go to when you want advice. He was the one that would say, let's do this, let's do that. So he was a person who lived life to the full. He was a person who loved adventure. And in a way, that love of adventure was like a saving grace in how he handled this terribly tragic situation that he found himself in. He brought forth that courageous energy, and he really worked hard to try and find a way out. Never, ever gave up. The other thing I want to say about Mike is the message for you now, Emma Rose. And the message is it's time for you to start making long-term commitments. It's time for you to start getting, this may sound a bit harsh, but it's time for you to start getting serious about what you want in your life. He wants you to stop playing around. It's time for you to make a strong, long-term commitment about what you want your life to look like. He's been watching you up to this point, and you've been experimenting with life, experiencing different aspects. But he's saying it's time for you to come into that more mature aspect of who you are and start making some long-term commitments and sticking with them, because he knows what you're capable of. He knows you can do it. It's just that you are so easily distracted, as Squirrel said. Now, moving on to Felino, I have a completely different energy with Felino. This is a really soft energy. I'm kind of feeling like, I feel quite floaty with this energy coming through with Felino. And I feel that while Felino didn't give up, he knew when to accept. He knew when to accept what was happening. And Emma Rose says, I'm not going to lie, my boyfriend can distract me a lot, lol. And so, yes, Mike is right, lol. Yes. But you know what, Emma Rose? It's not just your boyfriend. You are your own distraction, my dear. And Mike wants you to really get on that path because you want to do big things in this world. But if you keep messing around and trying a bit of this and a bit of that and not having consistency, you're not going to make it what you want it to be. And he is so strong on that. You know, he was the sort of person that said, you either do it or you don't do it. There's no in between. So come on, if you're going to do it, work on it, put the hard work in, stay on track, stop moving off into other directions. Find out what's true for you. Now with Felino, with this beautiful softer energy, I kind of feel that this energy is coming into your heart. And Emma Rose says, very true. Thank you for that feedback. And with Felino's gentle heart, he doesn't really want to talk much about what actually occurred that led to his transition, crossing over. He's more wanting to offer feelings, offer hope, offer that soft heart. He wants to bring you clarity. This is the energy of Felino. And Felino was a bit, as a personality, a bit like a, and she says, Emma Rose says, yeah, and Felino also left behind 2 beautiful young children. Yeah, there is a softness there. There is a care there. Felino was an energy that came from the heart and still does come from the heart. He was almost like a knight in shining armor. And Emma Rose says, and I believe he might have been married to a woman with a very similar personality. Well, he is certainly a family-oriented energy, and he does watch over you. Mike watches over you, but I will have to say, Emma Rose, that even though they are watching over you, they're not there all the time because they don't need to be there all the time. It's not like it's not like a spirit guide or a guardian angel who's always there. They come in and out. They come in and out. So be aware of that. Be aware that they have their stuff to do as well on the other side. I feel for Felino, he went, and Emma Rose says, so I think that's where romantic feelings come from for a woman that was a very similar personality to me. Okay, that makes sense. But what I'm feeling is that this energy of Felino is one of saying, accept that you can't do everything. Because he comes from a place of acceptance. He comes from a place of deep heart. This was a person who had very good intuition, very strong intuition whilst they were in physical form. And I'm seeing here that this person was good at looking at the big picture, the big vision. And that's the message for you. Look at your life from the big picture, not all the other, not the little bits of the jigsaw puzzle, but what does the big picture, what does it look like when you put all those pieces together? And the energy is saying focus on that. I'm so sorry for the loss that has been experienced for anyone who has had friends or relatives in 9/11. It's one of the most tragic things I have ever seen in my entire life. And I just want to offer much love to all those who've passed over. And Emma Rose, I do hope you found that to be of help. I'm going to pass you on to Journey now.
All right. Give me just 1 second because we are still stuck on your screen. There we are. Now we're getting onto my screen. Emma, okay, if I could please have that question back. All right, so the donated for a mediumship reading, just so you know, it is about my loved ones, Mike and Felino, who were both tragically passed away in the 9/11 attacks. Now, when I look at that situation, when I look at that energy and what I'm feeling here on that, I really want you to know at first, they didn't even know what happened. They didn't even know what happened. Acceptance was given after the fact, but they didn't know that it happened when it happened. So I don't want you to worry that possibly they've suffered or were suffering, because I don't get that was the case. They left their bodies before it happened. And they wanted you to know that. A lot of things that are coming through for you, I want to tell you that Mike says there are dreams that you want to have, but there's work that needs to go behind it. And he says you keep giving up too easily. You're being influenced from outside forces. So stop letting the outside forces influence your decisions. Because every time you do so, you stumble backwards. And you're constantly stumbling backwards. Stop letting them get the best of you. And she says, yeah, sounds about right. The thing is that Mike wanted a different life than he got, but he was okay with the life he had. So the energy that I'm seeing is that watching you grow up, being able to do so from another side, Mike has been where you got that inspiration out of nowhere to write a song, where you get the inspiration to do things. He's like a muse to you. He provides you with the grounding that you need. Now, Felino, I hope I'm saying that right, does something similar but different at the same time. And has a very powerful message to send through for you. Mike was a strong person, always was a strong person, seen as a strong person, but also Mike, he would get distracted. He seemed more to please people in that way. Some people would see him to be selfish, but he had a really big heart. Believe it or not, he would do anything for his family. It's like real Italian bond type feeling to me. Italian, Greek, they have that family bond that just, no matter how bad a situation is or how pissed off you're at a family member, at some point in time, they find a way to reconcile their differences and still have that family. And Mike wants you to know that you still have that with them. You are not alone, and they've got your back. So just know that you always have that strength with you. But if you continue to keep letting the outside forces win, you're never going to get to where you want to be. And he wants you to stop listening to those people. If they are cutting you down, they are not your friends. Your situation with your mother, you need to take that with a grain of salt. No matter how much she pisses you off, no matter how badly she gets under your skin, roll your eyes and move on. That is the worst thing you could do to her, is roll your eyes. Like, yeah, okay. But don't argue with her, because it's like beating a dead horse. It's going nowhere. It's going nowhere. She said, yes, absolutely. So with this family bonds that you have, that love that Squirrel was talking about, it's like, I'm in love with you. Because they get to inspire you and live through you. So if you don't follow through with the energy in which they're giving you, they don't get that opportunity to live through you. Okay? So that's something you need to start doing for yourself, is not allow yourself to get stuck in that. Don't allow yourself to get stuck. Don't allow yourself to be deflated by these people because they're constantly deflating you. Stop letting that happen. It happens way too often. You keep hearing the word no, but there's reasons why you hear the word no in some things. He says there's something called a dream and there's something called reality. And Emma says, oh, that makes sense. More sense now, laugh out loud. I thought she meant that Felino was trying to... No. There's a different love from that one. That's not the romance. There's a love here that's romanticized in the fact that they're trying to push you to live your dreams, then rather than just be a dream, they're not sexually into you like that. So don't worry, you don't have to hide in the shower or nothing. You're good. It's nothing like that. The thing is that the energy that I see with Mike particularly is that he loves you, he cares about you, he wants to see these great things. And I feel as though if you allow these outside influences to continue, you're not going to get, she says, okay, good, laugh out loud. They approved my boyfriend. As long as your boyfriend's not the distraction. And I just heard both of them tell you that. So, yeah. It's okay to have him in the picture, but he also needs to realize who you are, what you're trying to become, and what type of work it's going to take. So he needs to be ready for it. And that's a conversation for a later date when you guys are physically around each other. That's when you have that conversation. So don't get distracted by, like I said, reality and dreams. The boyfriend may be in the physical plane, doesn't make him a reality. Emma says, I get way too caught up. Yeah. And he wants to do, the thing is that, so I know you're fixated on the situation, but you also have to give yourself time. Sorry, there's like a million messages coming on from two spirits at the same time. They're like, la, 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 la. So I'm going to switch over to Mike says he loves you. He cares about you. He's here for you. Inspiration. Remember that. Think of these things when I'm helping you write. All right. Felino. What the family doesn't know is that Felino had to live a life that everybody else wanted him to live. And that's that love affair that was spoke about in that way, because your mother's trying to make you live the life she wants you to live. And you have revolted against it. You don't want the life she wants you to have. You want your own life. You want to be able to live in your own life. That's the love affair. That's what he's excited about. That's what he loves. She says, very true. Again, don't have to cover in the shower. Don't have to worry about spirits coming in or visiting you. You're good. You're good. I promise. The thing is that when it comes down to him, he had to live a life that wasn't his. He did it. Children were involved, but Felino was not who Felino was. Felino had other feelings. Is that why Mike and Felino told me to get myself what I want right? Yes, absolutely. Get everything put together. You need to really start focusing a plan. As that sentence was a little wonky, let's put it in order. You need to get things in order. You have an idea, but you don't have a plan of how to get there. Felino lived a life that everybody else wanted him to live. Married, with children, an important job. That's not what he wanted. That's not who he was. He was very outgoing. He was an amazing singer. As a matter of fact, he was an amazing actor as well. He loved those things. Loved those things. But I do not feel that you are being stopped from trying to do those things. And that's what that love is that you've no matter what anybody's saying, you feel that you can go that direction. Emma says, yeah, I need to clear my mind with me only and really be honest with myself about what I want and not what my mother wants. Exactly. Get your mom's thoughts out of your head. Control, Alt, Delete. When it comes to your mom's bullshit, Control, Alt, Delete. That means delete it, throw it away. You don't need it in your hard drive. It's cute. This isn't 1956 where you do as your mommy did. We live in 2024. You are in the world where you can do things for yourself. But if you want to do those things for yourself, you really got to have a plan, and it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of determination. I need you to see that for yourself, because that is what they are telling me. Yes, you live in the reality, but you also live in a dream world. And when you get the idea, it stays in dream world and doesn't become a part of the reality because you're not taking the step necessary to get where you need to be. Emma says, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So, Emma, we can work on a plan together if you need that. You know how to get in touch with us. We can work on a plan. We can get you set up, but you've got to be willing to do it. Emma says, I have to mesh the two together. Exactly. Well, there's a way to do it. We all have dreams that we're all trying to get to. We may not be able to get to all of our dreams, but even if you get to be in a commercial, even if you get to be on Broadway, even if you get to be, you get the chance to do. You got the chance. You got the chance to be seen. You got the chance to be heard. You got the chance to do the things that, you've always wanted. I'm going to throw an example in here for you. As for myself, when I was younger, I would say probably around 4 or 5 years old. I would say more 5 than 4, even though I was very expressive at 4 and bossy. I was told by my aunt that she knew one day, and my mom, they both sat down and said, you're going to be a director someday. You're going to be a director. You're going to be a producer. And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know. But here I am today. And she goes, you and me both. But here I am today. I'm producing this show. I direct this show. I bring people from all around the world. The dream, the thing, all I ever wanted to do is right before my eyes. It may not have been how I originally, the original dream didn't come out the same, but I still got what I was looking for. I wanted something, and I got it. I got the opportunity. So we need to look at what we're getting, and is it what we're asking for? And just because it's what we asked for and it didn't come out the way we wanted it to, you might be needing to work towards something. Like I wanted to be on television. That was something I loved broadcasting. I took courses in it. Well, guess what? I did radio for the first 10 years. These last 8 seasons have been on YouTube and Facebook and iHeartRadio. So now I've got 18 years of broadcasting, directing, producer, executive producer. You get your opportunity. So the thing is that when you are getting to where you want to be and you get your foot in the door, the opportunity may start off smaller than you originally thought. Emma says, we need to get you a Good Morning America. Well, I'm about to be on some new platforms. Some TV networks have picked up my Psychic Connection, hence the break, guys. We'll be taking that small break, but we'll still be doing spot, shows here and there. But the thing about it is that, the thing about it is, hang on one second. All right, there we go. I had to talk to the back of the house for a second. So, what is happening with all that? She goes, yeah, I'm super excited for you. Absolutely. But what I'm trying to show you, Emma, is that even though it wasn't quite how I thought it was going to be, it has slowly, through time, moved to what I wanted it to be. So my dream was big. And in order for it to get to that big headline that I'm looking for, it took time and baby steps to get there and a hell of a lot of work. And you've got to do the same. So if you put your dreams into perspective, figure out what it is that you need to do and to take these opportunities, no matter how small the opportunity, take it seriously. That is taking it seriously. The moment you will just say, oh, it's just a commercial, who cares? That's when you fall back, energies shift, and you lose what was given to you. Because as easy as it was given to you, it's just as easy to take it away. Got it? So be careful. Don't blow things off. Keep working at it. Take classes. There are free ones. You can take those free classes. Emma says, yes, absolutely. I know everybody's like, oh, you got to be a social media influencer. You don't. And she says, understood. You don't have to be what everybody else is. Because the best thing about people who are extremely successful is that they're unique. And I know those of you who have been here and watched this show have watched it develop into what it has become, and it's getting even bigger. And you've watched other shows out there mimic, but then it just dies off because they aren't us. They don't realize how much work it is and how much time this particular show takes in order to operate. It is not, oh, I can do it by myself and I can do it. And they think they're hot shit on a silver platter. But at the end of the day, they find out they're nothing but a cold booger on a paper plate. So, don't be a cold booger on a paper plate. Okay? Don't sell yourself short. Do what you got to do. Felino wants you to realize he had to live a life that he didn't get. But you got the opportunity and the chance, and he wants to see you be successful. He gave to everybody else. She says, okay, will do. Laugh out loud. And I just want you to know that you are loved. But you also need to know that you can do this. Okay? You just got to put the plan together. Don't keep running from yourself. Mike loves you. Felino loves you. Other family members that have been here watching over you, she says, yes. Emma, Philippe says, don't do what I did. Don't give in and give them what they want. Live your life for you. And Mike says the same thing. You're creative. You're strong. You have a great personality. But you're easily influenced. So stop it. Okay? Put a rubber band around your wrist. Do whatever you got to do. Slap yourself with it if you have to. But wake yourself up. Okay? Emma, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. It's mediumship. It was beautiful. Hello, beautiful ladies. Guys, just so you guys know, Kay did have to run. Emma said, okay, she had an important meeting first thing in the morning, and she's got to get a little sleep, so she is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for it, but she did want to be a part of the show. Lexi says, I love your sayings, Journey. Honey, I got a million of them. You guys have heard half of the things that I usually say. Emma says yes, and thank you all. You are so welcome. Squirrel, you are muted, so we have no idea what you were saying. And Squirrel says, I forgot to tell Journey it's my birthday. The hell it is.
That's so funny.
The hell it is. The one day when your birthday does come around, I'm going to be thrilled for you, and I'll give you a happy birthday reading.
And thank you for clarifying for me. I worded that.
Sometimes we
appreciate that.
Even that being said, it's still just as strong. So, you know,
very strong.
The love comes through in a way that when you say it and then you're like, oh shit, I hope they didn't take that the wrong way. And then it was like, I was 3 months old. Trust me, they were not in the diaper cream and in diapers. And Charles says, people in the chat started wishing me a happy birthday and being nice to me. And I teared up a little. I was the one that got pranked at the end. Ha! Oh. That's okay, girl. We love you. You know that. That's our ongoing joke.
This thinning of the veil has been making me think a whole lot, and I realized today there's three planes of existence, and we've got pleasure and pain in the physical realm. We've got enlightenment in the spiritual realm, and we've got no damn leg room in the air realm. And it's supposed to be planes of existence, damn it.
I knew what you meant, but
I'm on a roll with the speaking tonight.
that's okay. That's okay.
I
All
tried.
right. I just noticed something about myself. I saw myself on the screen. Adam says, I love this channel. Thank you all that you guys do. You are so welcome, Adam. We love seeing your face in here and being a part of the show. We catch you in here. We do see your guys' comments go by, but sometimes they just scroll by so quickly, especially with an emoji contest and things like that going on. We always appreciate everything. And but don't worry, your guys' questions are always, we have a system that stars your questions and holds them for us, so we never have to worry about missing out on anybody's questions. Okay? All right. And Sweetly says, Energy, I love your labradorite necklace.
Oh, thank you. It's one of my favorites. It's got such a great flash on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I flashed people.
Ooh. Don't worry, this is an adult show, so we're okay.
That's as much flash as you're going to get.
Exactly. Flashy. Squirrel says, Energy is always so gorgeous. Of course she is. She's Energy. Sweetly says, it's fabulous.
I have to say, honestly, all of you, I can go through life without blushing in my day-to-day, but the minute you guys give me compliments, I'm going, you're so but we all look beautiful.
The one thing that I've always said, and even when I brought you guys on board, you know, Squirrel, you and I 4 years ago, and Energy 2 years ago, and Squirrel says, you're all beautiful. It's a treat. Well, thank you, Squirrel. And Sweetly says, Squirrel too.
Yes.
You too, Journey. I just assumed I was in that. I just assumed. All right, so, but 4 years ago with Squirrel and 2 years ago with Energy, when they first were brought forth this opportunity to be a part of the network, I told them that the people here are amazing and that they're always here to hear what you have to say or learn some type of knowledge or get something out of it. The people that come here, I could say that we could do, you know, millions of people coming in at one time and all these questions coming through, and there would be no interaction, there'd be no connection in the way that the genuine builds that happen here, the genuine connections that we make. We literally have millions of people who listen to us on iHeartRadio. Between iHeartRadio and all the other platforms we're on, Jackie says, love all you guys. Well, thank you, Jackie.
Aww.
And Squirrel says, I feel all warm and fuzzy and shit right now. Well, hopefully not feeling shit, but I like the warm and fuzzy.
You need one of those hearts.
As a matter of fact, go wash your hands. Go wash your hands. Just one of them. Go wash your hands. All right. So as we were warm fuzzy. See, this is why we love you guys. You guys make us laugh, and we just have a great time. And we watch you guys over the years. That if some of you guys have been here with me since I started doing radio. I started radio off on it was a wedding network where women would come onto the network, talk about their wedding dresses and things like that. Well, Halloween was coming up, and they wanted to bring on a psychic. So I was talking to the girl that ran the show. They asked if I could come on. I did readings that literally turned into the what's the wedding dress to psychic readings all the way around. The producer of the network was like, hey, we want you to have your own show. And that's where Journey Ryan Live was born. And it's been going for 18 years strong, and it's got more years to come. And like I said, we're growing onto newer, bigger platforms. So that's why we have to have sporadic shows versus the way that we've done it over time. We've had so much information, and Sweetly says, yay! So there won't be just a block where you guys don't see us. We'll have sporadic shows. That's why I said hit those notification bells, because it's going to help you know when we're going live. And we want to be here. And Sweetly says, thank you for being you. I will always be me, because there's no one else like me. and everybody else is taken. Everybody else is taken. So I'll just be me. And Squirrel says, "Yay, for real, you guys are also epic." Well, thank you.
Aw,
And with
thank
these
you.
opportunities, Adam says, "Is Friday always of you together?" Well, it used to be. We used to have a show called Journey and Friends. Unfortunately, um, it turned into the cost of the show was happening and it was way too much at the time. So we had to have, that show had to kind of sit on the wayside until things changed. And things are changing for us. Sweetly says, "I love you all. I love y'all." Okay.
Aw.
Um, I
It's a
swear
love fest.
it is definitely a left fest, but we will be coming back with Journey and Friends, where we're all together again, and we will have 3 readers at a time, and it'll switch each week, and that way you guys get a chance to have all of us together and have these amazing shows like this. So I'm so happy that we get that opportunity. But with all that being said, Jackie's been waiting very, very patiently. Squirrel is going to start us off. She did donate for a mega, so we will have 4 questions. So you get to do the four energy 4, and then it'll come to me, and I'll do the 4 as well. So you guys get
Right.
to watch the process. And Journey, here he is, producing and directing. Oh shit, son! All right, let's get it started.
All right, Jackie. Hello, and thank you for your donation. Remember, a portion of this will go to the Salvation Army Turkey Drive. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. And Jackie asks, what more can you tell me about getting a new vehicle this year, money-wise? So let's start with that one. And I'll do one. If you don't mind, I'll do them one at a time. Or yeah, I have the memory span of a gnat. So getting a new car this year, money-wise. Oof. It feels like the money's tight. And that everything that you are planning, like you've put planning into this, you want the daggone car this year. But every time it looks like you're going to get that car, something else comes in and flat tire, a broken sink in the kitchen, something comes in that sucks the money away. So it's not that you're a spendthrift. It's not that you haven't been saving. It's just, it seems like every time you get close enough to go look, something else happens. You have to take a day off to go to a doctor, all the little things that can suck your money away. And you're like, when am I going to get this car? So I suggest, and she says, right, yes. Okay, how am I going to explain this? I know you're saving money for the car. So take a little bit as well if you can. I know things are tight for everybody right now, but make another small savings for all the stuff that bites you on the butt while you're trying to save for something you really want. So, like, even if it's just a little jar, whenever you pay cash for something, take the change, put it in that jar. Next time you've got a flat tire or you need oil change, you can take it out of that jar, or you won't have to dip so badly into the car fund. So I don't really see that this year, within the next, what is it, 3 months left, I don't see you getting to be able to get the car this year, because it just feels like there's so much against you, and it's every flipping time you turn around, it's like, what? You know, it there, it almost feels like you're cursed. Not that you are cursed, you are not cursed, but there's times you feel like, I must be cursed, and you're not, honey. It's just everything is breaking down at once. So I do feel that if you do the jar and you take an amount, like say you spend $95 on something, and she says, I hope my vehicle doesn't break down again, right? Because that is something when you're trying to save for a new car and you got to fix the car you're in so you can get to work or get the groceries. That is a pain in the butt, and that is going to bust you. But say you have to get an oil change, okay? Say it was $105. Round it up to tens. Round whatever you spend up to the 10, not to 100. If you spend $8, round it up to 10. Put $2 in that jar, okay? It will help a lot. I still don't think you'll be able to get the car this year. It's just too much going on. But I think you'll be able to get it a lot sooner if you have just an emergency fund somewhere around you. Even if you put it in a little savings account, like round it up and just swap it on the computer so you don't have to carry all that cash. So there's still more coming. You're still going to have to dip into that car fund. And it's nothing tragic, but it's just pipping away. Do not worry. The sun is coming. I got the sun at the end, but it's not until after everything. So be prepared for a few more snafus. Be prepared. Put some planning into action for other things happening, and you'll be able to get it probably early next year. Okay? All right, so let's try that next question. I'm sorry that wasn't a better answer, but really it just feels like everything, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it, Jackie? And Jackie says, what is the career path that I will have a passion for and be financially successful in? That is a fantastic question. So let's take a look. A career path that Jackie will be financially successful in and actually like. Wow. It is nothing like what you're doing now. I have a feeling that what you are doing now, you absolutely are sick of it, that you don't want anything to do with it anymore. It's too mercurial. It's not, how do you say, reliable. Your income is not reliable with the job that you have. You would have to do a full stop, and change careers completely. Now, what I'm seeing for you, and I feel like it would ignite you, like really sets you on fire. Not necessarily a lawyer, but something in the law field. It could be counseling. It could be one of those, I think they're called adjudicators, who goes in and helps people to come to amends about what they're arguing about in a court of law without having a lawyer. It's something to do with the law field. It could even be the officer side of it, the police officer or a dispatcher. I do see that you would love it. It doesn't seem like you would have any difficulty learning it. I do feel like you would have to go to some school or another, but it would strike a passion in you and start you on a new path that would be phenomenal for you. Whatever you're doing now, it changes so much and so drastically, so many ways, so often, and you don't feel any stability with it. With this, you will have stability and passion. I mean, I got justice there. That's why I'm being drawn toward the law field. Even if you can help understand or help other people understand the law, like just explain it in layman's terms. Check into any kind of career paths that you can take with that. And I highly, highly recommend that you go to school for it, because whatever you're doing now, you're just not there for anymore. All right, let's see what other questions we got for you, Jackie. This is helping. And Jackie says, when will I move out into my own house? All right. This is a when. When will Jackie move into her own house. Oh, I got, wow, 3 cards just flash right at once. Okay. Let me think. Cardinal air. Okay, we are already in Libra season. And then I've got the Queen of Swords, which is another Libra. I do have, okay, so I've got 2 Libra seasons, but it's bracketing the Hanged Man. So I am looking at next October. So that's another jar you can start. When you finally get that car, start the moving jar. I don't think you're ready for your own house quite yet. You need that reliable vehicle first. But I've got 2 incredibly strong Libra cards. So this time next year, start planning for it now. Okay. That was a short and sweet, easy answer. And let's see what other questions we. This is, you guys, this is what a mega reading. You get up to 4 questions and it is fun. And Jackie says, what can you tell me about my soulmate / forever person? Ooh, I love these kinds of questions. All right, soulmate. Let's see who you are. Let's see what we can tell you about them. As a traveler, ooh, and a romantic. I hope you like romantics, because not only do I have the Page of Cups, but I have the Knight of Cups. This is definitely somebody with a strong, nurturing, loving, romantic side. Feels like a Cancer, could be Cancer moon, Cancer ascendant, but there is a very, very strong Cancer astrology in that chart. Feels really with both the Page and the Knight there. And she says, love it. Good, because this one, he loves to travel. So he's going to take you all over the world and he's going to show you things that will blow your mind. So I feel like he's a journalist. I want to say he travels to see the world, and he's a journalist or photographer. And look for that Cancer moon, sun, ascendant, or a combination of both ascendant and moon. It's very, very strong. I feel like he has the dark hair and the facial hair. I hope you like facial hair. And he's gonna sweep you off your feet. It's gonna feel like love at first sight, and it's going to grow into true love. You will have to, at first, be separate from him as far as him traveling, because he does travel for his job. He does go all over the world. I find him amazing. But once you've solidified that relationship, once he knows and you know that y'all are the one, your soulmate is going to take you and show you everything the world has to offer. And it's going to have rose petals and all of that. Now, keep in mind, as beautiful as he is, Cancers can get very moody and they need a lot of cheering on. So never make him feel less than. Always, always romance him back. Okay? Romance him back. Let him know he's the only one. He's very monogamous. Okay? And once he wins that, he's been hurt. Once he knows that you're monogamous back to him, it's going to be beautiful. That is freaking fantastic. I hope all those helped, Jackie. Thank you so very much for your donation. I'm going to pass you on to energy.
Hello, Jackie. Thank you so much for your donation. Of course, a portion of your donation will go to the Salvation Army Turkey Drive. And Jackie says, thank you, Squirrel, with kisses and hearts. Wasn't it an awesome reading? So if we could just have that first question back up again, and we will take a look. So what more can you tell me about getting a new vehicle this year, money-wise? So let me lay out some cards for you, Jackie, around that. So we're going to look at the situation with your car at the moment. We're going to look at how you move forward. And Jackie says, hi, Energy. Hi, Jackie. Lovely to see you here. We're going to look at how you can move forward to making that new car happen. I'm also going to have a look at the timing. So I'm going to look the rest of this year and the first 3 months of next year. I'm also going to look at finances in general for you, because the feeling I'm getting without the cards is that it's not just the finances around the car itself, getting the car. You have a lot of financial commitments. That is what I'm seeing. Now, Squirrel already spoke about how your car's been playing up and you've had to divert money for that. But I also feel that you're having to divert money for other areas of your life as well. There are other unexpected finances that are getting in the way. So, and Jackie says, right, thank you for that feedback. So in terms of where you're at with the car at the moment, I've got the 3 of Cups reversed. You're over this car. You're sick of it, actually. What once was a fabulous car and you thought it was great to drive, now you're going, this is just getting in the way of my life. It's almost like the car is like a stone around your neck. It is not giving you the freedom and independence. It's almost like every time you get in the car, you think, I'm going to get to my destination today. So there is a lot of stress around buying a new car and releasing this one from your life. You know, when we think about buying a new car, it's exciting. What will we choose? What color and all that sort of thing. But for you, it's actually a struggle. It's actually very, very stressful. So the first thing I suggest that you do is just try and get calm about it. Just try and center yourself. Know that you'll get through this. Know that you'll get to the other side. So how do you move forward? I feel it is going to be slow progress in getting this new car. And Jackie says, yes, can totally break down any time. I know it's like it runs on the whiff of a bit of petrol, but the engine just goes kaput at the least little thing that can go wrong. And that is a stressful thing, particularly if you're trying to get to work or you have commitments. So I do feel, unfortunately, that this is going to take some time, that getting your new car is going to be a little bit of slow progress. So I don't see it happening this year either. I see it's going into next year. I've got the 8 of Cups here. And to be honest, I feel that there's a part of you that says, I just want to walk away from this car now and find another way of doing it, public transport, if that's possible. So I feel that you've just got to keep on pushing through with this car, doing the smallest repairs that financially you can do to keep it on the road, as opposed to paying out lots of money for this car when maybe it's just not necessary to spend that much. Moving into next year, the first 3 months of next year, I've got the King of Swords reversed. I feel it's still iffy at the beginning of the year. I feel that there's still a lot that's got to come into play. And Jackie says, yeah, on the 4th transmission and not doing well now. Yeah, you've had major changes in that car. And so in order to get your new car, it's almost like, what's the minimum I need to do to keep it on the road and safely be able to drive it? Because I do feel that you'll be getting advice around, well, look, you know, if you take out the engine and put in a new engine and you take this out and put that in, it'll all be fine. No, it won't. It won't. The new car is your goal, so you need to stay focused and stay fixed on that. In terms of your finances around it, let's have a little bit more of a look at your finances around buying this new car. I've got the 2 of Cups. So, yeah, you definitely want it and you're prepared to do what you need to do in order to get it. I do feel that you might need to get some advice from someone. I feel that you need to get some advice from someone on how you can maybe better handle your finances in order to achieve this goal. I feel like getting some strong financial advice will be helpful for you so that maybe you can bring that new car into your life a little bit sooner. Let's add some T coins to that and see what we have. And we've got the dog. The dog is always about loyalty. It's about friendship. It's also about staying true to yourself. So stay true to this goal that you have set for yourself. It might be easy sometimes to say, well, instead of a new car, maybe I should just buy another old second-hand car. But if you do that, I feel that you're going to create more problems for yourself. So make sure when you're looking at a new car that you don't take second best or third best or fourth best. Really go after what you want, even though it might take longer for you to achieve it. The other coin I have is the ring. So stay committed to this. Don't give up on it. It would be so, the reason why I'm harping on this is I kind of see you going, oh, look, I'll just buy this car for now, with the money that I've got. And Jackie says, got it. I really encourage you to hold out for what you want. I feel that your old car with tiny little tweaks along the way will see you through until you're ready to get the next one. So I do hope you found that to be of help. And let's go on and have a look at your second question, please. Okay, so what is the career path for Jackie that she will have a passion for and be financially successful in? Well, let's take this in 2 steps. So let's have a look at potential career paths and see what comes out. All right, so what I'm seeing here is I've got the 2 of Pentacles reversed first. And so what I'm seeing here is this is what you don't want. This is a career stepping away. It's interesting, but it's about finance. So it's not about a career in banking. It's not about a career in finance, accounting, anything like that. That will just not float your boat. So look further afield. Now, Squirrel did mention about the possibility of working in the law area in some fashion. Now, I feel that you're quite strongly a people person, and I do see the mediation role taking on a very positive aspect for you. So I could see you actually taking on a mediation role when it comes to social work, when it comes to helping families who are doing it tough, and maybe there are some issues around legalities that are associated with that, because you are very good at communicating with people. You have a very strong understanding heart, but like Squirrel, I feel that you need to study. I feel that you need to go and get the appropriate qualifications for whatever you choose. Remember, we can tell you what we see in regard to potential career paths for you, but at the end of the day, it's got to be your choice and what really sparks your heart, what really motivates you from the inside. And Jackie says, I'm hoping to be an entrepreneur or something passive income online. I feel that is a lot further down the track, Jackie. I feel that you need to actually get out of the job that you're in first and move on to something else. Again, I see you working with people, and that's where that entrepreneurship can come into play, because you do like working with people. But I feel that you need to build a skill set and qualifications. So, entrepreneurialism can cover so many things. You could set up your own business in mediation and counseling in the future. You don't necessarily always have to work for someone else. So when you're looking at a career path and you want it to be entrepreneurial, don't discard working for someone else in this new career first to build experience, to build knowledge, and also, most importantly, to build a reputation of being good at what you will be choosing to do. And finally, with this new career path, I have the 10 of Cups reversed. Please understand that when you take this decision, when you make this move, you are going to have to put a lot of time, energy, and focus into it. In some ways, you're going to, and Jackie says, I really don't know if I have enough money or the motivation for college. Well, it doesn't always have to be college as in university or college. There are different types of courses out there that you can do. It may not be that you become a lawyer or something like that. It could be that there are other types of courses that are not so intense that you can take. But either way, if you want to set a career path for yourself, it will take time, energy, and effort. Now, the timing of it is not right for you at the moment. You've got, as Squirrel said, you've got too much other stuff going on. So think about this as something more for the future. You're trying to change too many things in your life right now. That is part of the issue. So you're kind of scattering your energy and scattering your finances. So it's about making priorities, looking at what your strengths are, looking at what the challenges that you have are when it comes to your skill sets, looking at what it is that you want, and looking at what's out there in the world that really stimulates your interest. A couple of tea charms for this as well. Let's see what we've got. We've got the cane, and this is saying look for support when it comes to this career path. You were saying financially you can't afford to go to college. Have a look. Are there scholarships that you can apply for? Are there grants that you can apply for? Because I do feel if you truly want to do something like this, the support will be out there for you. And finally, I've got the mask. It's time to take the mask off. I do feel that you kind of downplay your abilities. It's like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. You said that you weren't motivated. Well, the first thing you need to do if you want to change jobs, if you want to move into a new career path, you need to find that spark. You need to find the motivation, because that is what will carry you through when it gets challenging, when it gets a little bit stressful. Because when we make major changes in our lives, particularly job changes and career changes, they're huge. They're huge milestone changes, and they can be stressful. And as human beings, we have a tendency not to want to change. We want to stay with the comfort. So for you, in terms of a career path, get out of your comfort zone. That's the key message, but give yourself time. Don't feel that you have to rush into it. So I hope you found that one to be helpful as well. Let's move on to your next question and see what we have. When will I move out of into my own house? Jackie asks. When will I move into my own house? So let's do some cards for that for you and look at timing. So again, I'm going to do it in monthly periods. I'm going to have a look between now and the end of the year, moving into next year as well. So between now and the end of the year, look at the first 3 months of next year. I'm going to go out through towards the end of 2025. So I've got the 9 of Cups. I agree with Squirrel. I feel that you need to solidify and consolidate where you are at the moment. And Jackie says, right, I'm 59 years old and living with my ex and son in the last year of college, so trying to stay positive. So yeah, that's an additional stress that you have at the moment, because you are in, shall I say, an uncomfortable surrounding, an uncomfortable environment. But I feel that from a financial perspective, you have to stay put. You know, you have to start building your own independence where you are. Even though you're living with your ex and you're living with your son, you can still be independent within that environment. You can still start to build your own new life within that environment. And that is the energy that I'm getting for you at the moment. There's a saying, don't rush in where angels fear to tread. That is the message for you. I know you would love to get to your new future with your new car, new home, new career path, and have everything settled and in alignment, but it's a long journey ahead for you. So I don't see it happening before the end of this year. I've also got the 7 of Wands, and I feel that you've just got to let go of a defensive outlook that you have. You're kind of feeling it's too hard, and this lack of motivation that you have is getting in the way. It's creating a block. So in terms of when you want to move into your own new house, you've got to remove the blocks that currently exist within you. I'm not sure if that will happen. I don't know if I can make that happen. It's time to turn your thinking around so that you can start manifesting. I don't see it in the early months of 2025. However, as we get towards the end of 2025, I see a change in energy. I've got the 7 of Cups, and I do feel that looking for a new house for you to move into will be more realistic for you and will be more positive for you around the end of 2025. You will have more choice for starters. I feel that there's not a lot of choice where you can move to at the moment for financial reasons. And as Squirrel said, it's time to prepare for that as well. So it's about prioritizing the 3. When it comes to your car, that's the major priority. It's the most immediate priority. So focus your finances on that so that you know that you can travel safely to and from work. When it comes to your career, then that's a bit more of a long-term path so that you can be more financially successful. And then when it comes to moving into a new home, then looking at that as a long-term thing as well. So it's about prioritizing what it is that you want to bring in, and then looking at how you need to prioritize your finances around these 3 areas of life that you're asking about. I do hope you found that one to be helpful. Let's move on to the next question, please. What do we have? And Jackie asks, what can you tell me about my soulmate or forever person? So I'm going to move to my romance deck for that and see what type of person would be most suited to you and a little bit about them. So let's put out some cards for that for you while I'm tuning in. Okay. I feel that this is a fair way away as well. I feel like this is a long-term plans for you, long-term happenings. My first card I have is the Four of Pentacles. I feel that at the moment it is hard for you to really move into a new relationship while you're living with your ex. It does make it hard because there is still tension in the home. I can see that with that Four of Pentacles card. You're trying to live your new life. You're trying to sort of move forward, but there's old energy there. And the fact that you're still there means that the connections are still strong. I understand that it's necessary at the moment, so it's about making the best of it. I feel that you are somewhat feeling trapped. And so I feel that at the moment you're really not in a position to meet anyone, that you've got to get you organized first. You've got to get you settled first into a new life. As we move through the Nine of Pentacles, this is you. I see you coming into this stage. The Nine of Pentacles, you, independent, self-sufficient, really getting back to who you are as opposed to who you think you have to be for the others that are around you. So I feel like for you, there's a lot of healing to go on in terms of your heart and emotions before you're ready to meet someone. Now, the type of person, I have the Ace of Wands. So this is someone, this is fire energy. So this is someone who has got a bit of oomph about them. Now, Squirrel mentioned Cancer. They're very romantic, but that doesn't mean they haven't got a bit of spark and motivation in them as well. They are a person who likes to do new things. This is a cardinal energy. So they like to try new things. They see the cup half full instead of half empty. They are a person who generally, unless they are saddened in their heart, has a very, very positive outlook on life. And when they're ready to meet you, you will know instantly. There will be an immediate connection with this person and you will see the possibilities of the way forward with them. The other thing I've got is the Ace of Pentacles, and it's reversed. So with this person with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, there is a little bit of practicality in there as well. So I'm seeing that they're good with money. They're not brilliant with money, but they're okay with money. And they do save. It's not like they're going to be a millionaire or anything like that, but they do have their little nest egg and they do take care of their finances, which will be helpful as well. Let's add on to that and see what else we have about this person. I am seeing someone who's dark-haired. I'm not seeing any facial hair because I'm only seeing a profile view and I'm seeing it in the distance, but I am seeing dark hair. I'm seeing someone who is not too much older than you chronologically, just 2 to 3 years older than you is what I'm seeing with this person. And this person will also be divorced. They will have their own family. They will have their own relatives on their side as well. And that will be something that you would both need to negotiate as you get to know each other. The other thing I will say about this person is they want to be part of a family again. Yes, they've got kids, but their kids are grown up. And so they want to have this feeling of family again. So this is a person who will work really hard to make it work for you and for you to make it work for them. I see a blending of families. I see that the idea of this person is that they want to be with someone from their heart space that they can move through life with, but someone who will be accepted by their family and that they will be accepted by your son and your family as well. So I see a bringing together of all of that. So I do feel that there is someone coming for you. But again, just with the first 3 questions, these are long-term into the future. Remember that key priority is get your car sorted, look at your career, what you want to do with that, look at what you want to do in regard to moving out of a home, and pull it all together by having a really solid financial plan once you know and decide what it is you want. I do hope you found that to be of help tonight. Thank you so much for your donation, and I'm going to pass you over to Journey now.
All right. So got a lot going on here. This is what a mega looks like, especially when we have all of us readers on there. Journey and Friends has been doing this for a really long time. Jackie says, thank you, energy. All right, Jackie. And Jackie says, hey, Journey. Hey, Jackie. All right, you've gotten a lot of information so far. I'm going to try to sum it all up, plus add some things that I've seen as well with the situation, kind of roll it all together. It's usually why I'm here at the end. I'm pretty good at putting it all together, put all the little pieces together like a puzzle. All right, so let's go ahead with your first question. What was that? All right, so Jackie says, what more can you tell me about getting a new vehicle this year, money-wise? So money-wise, money is tight. That is something that everybody has kind of put out there for you. You know, the car that you're using right now will get you by until it's time to get this other vehicle. But the thing is that I was looking at the chat room and it turned into a Toyota commercial. So just so you know, everybody was talking about Toyotas. And so the Toyota commercial, if Toyota's out there listening, hey, we're looking for a sponsor. Anyway, so, but the thing is that I need you to find something that's reliable for you, something that is suiting for you, something that is good for you. And something that's not going to cost you $1 million, something that's not going to put you in major debt. Now, mind you, I don't want you to get another hand-me-down car that you can find for $2,000-$3,000. Please do not go that route. Spirit is screaming that. You know, but I don't feel that that's the direction you need to go. As much as you would like to not have payments for a car, that is definitely the route you need to go. You need something that's up to date, more reliable, better on gas. You're not buying a new transmission every 3 months. Girl, as many transmissions as you've put into this vehicle, you could have had a new car. Every time you look at a transmission, you're looking at about $1,200 plus. And it's just not fair to have, you know, this, do this, and then you've got, and if you don't take it to a regular mechanic, you've got, you know, the backyard mechanics. And I'm not saying that and Jackie says, okay, yes. So I'm not saying backyard mechanics are bad, but some of them are like, they don't know about cars. I'm going to tell them that, you know, this new monkey wheel. What's a monkey wheel? It doesn't exist because you don't know it doesn't exist. They think they're going to get away with something and they can overcharge you. So again, she says $2,000 and $3,000. Yeah, get away from it. Get away from that. You don't need a $2,000 or $3,000 car. You don't need a $2,000 or $3,000 transmission. You need a whole new car, like something that's newer within the 5 years that it, you know, nothing 5 years older. You know, don't go under 5 years. Try to stay within the 5-year mark. You're going to find yourself a more reliable car, something that's more dependable, something that's better on gas. Fuel efficiency is going to be great because that's going to save you money too. I can tell you right now that I'm a Dodge guy. I drive my Dodge truck. My Dodge truck has over 500,000 miles on it. So shout out to Dodge. Love my Dodge Ram because my saying is if you can't dodge it, ram it. And it's a damn good truck. So the thing is that you need to find something that works for you. I got a Dodge Ram because I needed it not only for me to move things around because I had a farm. I needed to move farm equipment. She goes, I had a Durango. Durangos are great, except for a certain year of Durangos. Anything from 1998 to 2003, garbage. Straight up trash. You want to talk about buying transmissions? You're going to buy a transmission every few months with a Dodge Durango from 98 to 2003. Now, those are straight up trash. Don't get anything in that. Like I said, stay within that 5-year mark because this is something that is going to last you for quite a long time. So that's why I'm saying to look for something. You want to invest your money into something. That way you don't have to go, oh, it's been 2 years now. I got to get another car because why? The transmission's going out. Oh, the engine's going out. Something crazy's happening. Don't do that to yourself. Get yourself something that's reliable. Payments do suck. I do get that. And I know you want to get your own place too. You want to buy your own place. We'll get to that one because that's one of your questions. But I want you to find something that is reliable. Find a dealership that you trust. If you can find a mechanic friend that has an idea about cars to help walk through. And I'm going to say this too, Jackie. And I know this sounds sexist and we still live in this world, but if you are going to go and buy a car, bring a man with you, whether that man knows anything about cars or not. Because they will swindle a woman faster than they will a man. They're going to assume that this man knows what he's talking about when it comes to cars. I suggest finding somebody that has an idea about cars, knowing the blue book value of vehicles here too. These are all important things before going to the car lot. Do not let them swindle you. Do not let them do all this. If you get a loan for a car, if it's not a buy here, pay here, if you get a loan for a car, just know that the down payment that they provide is in the loan. Do not make them don't make them give you, hey, we need more money from you. We need that down payment. No, my down payment is in the loan. Born at night, not last night. Do not let them swindle you. Okay, I had to put that out there because I feel that you're so kind-hearted that they're just going to take advantage of you, and I don't want that advantage to be taken. So, let you know, bring a man with you. I know that sounds sexist. If it's your son, if it's your ex, I don't care who it is. Just get somebody that's a man that has somewhat of an idea of what a car is and what it's like to buy a car, so that way you don't get swindled. Because I feel like they're going to take advantage of your kind nature. All right. And Jackie says, will do, and got it. Perfect. Awesome. So let's go ahead with that next question. What do we got? Jackie says, what is the career path that I will have a passion for and be financially successful? I did get what Squirrel was talking about when she was talking about law and order. There's direction. You thrive on that. You work, you function well on it, so it excites you. And it also could be because you like Law and Order and all those like movie or those TV shows where the crime's going on and you got 48 hours to figure out who the murderer is or the bad guy is, and you have a passion for that. You love those kinds of stuff. So I get that, but also what I can tell you is that I feel as though there's an entrepreneur side to you, but it's not capable of happening until you get the financial backing that you need. So what I would do is find something that is not something that's going to take up all your time. I would say that get away from the teaching thing. I keep hearing someone trying to talk to you about maybe substituting or doing things like that. I'm going to tell you absolutely not. Hell no. Absolutely not. Hell no. Don't go that route. It's not for you. I keep seeing a doctor's office too. They also follow certain rules and regulations. So I think it's more about the structure, Jackie, as well. And she goes, no, yeah, no, don't, yeah, no, on the teaching. Don't do that. That's no, absolutely not. You're right. No. Perfect. I'm glad you're on the same page as I am, because I'm going to let you cheat off of what I'm seeing here. So what I feel is though, if you can do something that, can give you, the time that you need to build up money so you can start this entrepreneur. I feel that you're very crafty and there are ideas that you want to do. And I do feel like you're going to be able to put some things together to put yourself out there. So not only will you won't always work for somebody else. Eventually you will work for yourself, and that'll be amazing. So find yourself something that you're going to just be able to make decent pay. There's not much that I can say other than, maybe a receptionist or something to that nature that would help you. It gives you like those kind of like the 9 to 5 hours that will help you be able to have just enough time to work on side projects as well, and to help you build funds and make a pretty decent pay. You won't have to go to school to do that. And I know that was something that you're worried about, is about the school. I don't have time to go to school. I'm 59 years old. I don't want to go to school. I'm going to tell you something. When I'm 120, I'm still going to learn something. Education doesn't have an age limit. It's never had an age limit. That is a stereotype that people have put into this universe. And I wish it would go away. Honey, you're going to learn something new every day. I say, if you like it, do it. But I'm going to say with this, I feel like a receptionist. That's why I said medical for you. I didn't feel like you were going to be a doctor or anything. Jackie says, yeah. She says, I think all the stress and worry will hinder me. Being a receptionist, you won't have the stress. It won't be as stressful as you think. And what you're doing is you're putting up a wall against your own, what could be good for you. So you're blocking yourself. Take that wall down. I can't go to school because I'm 59. I worry about the stress. I know, honey, no matter what job you go to, even if you go to work at McDonald's, you're going to be stressed out. Everybody gets stressed at work. That's why they call it work and not a career. A career is different. Even at a career, you'll find yourself in stressful times. But I'm telling you right now, Jackie, you have this entrepreneur energy that I feel that you're going to be able to do something, whether that's you sanding down furniture and reselling it or making blankets or doing whatever. Jackie says, I thought about medical coding from home. See, now we're talking. Now we're on the path. But remember, Jackie, that's just a job. You're wanting something that's going to bring you happiness and financial security. That comes when your entrepreneur energy comes through, when you start working for yourself. Okay? All right. Let's keep it going. We got some more questions. What's the next one here? All right. Jackie says, when will you have the money to move out? And when you move out to your own place? Now, this is what I was going to talk to you about. Financially, things are tight. You're not going to be financially independent enough to go out and buy a home. Even after the fact of you getting this job, getting the car, getting everything that you need. But car first, job, house. The thing is, it's not a house, it's an apartment. I don't want you to feel like, I want to buy something. I get that. We all want to buy something. But the thing about it is right now, is you finding yourself to get under your own roof and feel independent. Right now, your independence is shadowed by everyone else, and you don't feel independent at all. You feel like you're a burden to everybody, and you're not. You're not burdening anybody. But you, just like that wall of education, just like the other walls that I see that you've put up against yourself, don't do that. I want you to look at this, get yourself in that medical field, even if it's medical coding and you're not in the office taking phone calls and setting appointments. If you're doing the medical coding, medical billing, there's a lot of things that I saw with medical that provide structure, and I think that's what you need because it gives you something. You have to do it this way. You can't do it any other way. That's perfect for you, Jackie. But when it comes to the housing situation, I feel like there's a lot. Jackie says, right, looking at chats and my vehicle is, okay. Yeah, we did the Toyota commercial. And you got a Nissan. That's why you're having so many problems, because it's a Nissan. Let's just be real. Nissans suck. If it's not an older Nissan, like if you got anything before 1990 in Nissan, you're good. So if you got like a Z, some like Z305, whatever the hell that thing is called, I can't even remember what it's, Z350 or 250 or something like that. Jackie put laughing faces. So yeah. Nissan kind of went downhill after it hit 1990. So, don't buy anything Nissan. Get the car, get the job. You'll be able to get your own place. Even though it's a small one-bedroom apartment, it's a good stepping stone to get you feeling strong about yourself, feeling independent about yourself, and it'll really take you in the direction that you're going to go. Will you have a chance to buy something later on? Absolutely, but right now it's not that time, and I don't feel like we're looking at it in the upcoming couple years. You got a lot of things to get done, and it depends on you and your actions on how you move forward. Because if you get this reading and just completely wash everything that's been said to you tonight, you're going to find yourself stuck. You're going to find yourself waiting longer, and you're going to feel it's going to take you down even further than where you are now. I want you to be able to fly. Girl, where you're at right now, you need a snorkel. You're drowning in emotion. And I want to see you. A 300Z, yes, I saw that. Thank you. I was trying to remember. I had one, but I couldn't remember what the hell it was. But it was like a little tiny-ass car with 2 doors, little sports car. Anyways, Jackie, I want you to really focus on the first 2 questions. So eventually you can get to the third one and then eventually buy a house. So, all right. Let's go ahead with your 4th question. What is that? All right. Jackie says, what can you tell me about my soulmate / forever person? So right off the bat, we got to change that energy. Remember, I told you, you're in a snorkel. You're buried in emotions. I mean, we get any further down, you're not going to be able to use the snorkel. You're going to need an air tank. And eventually, if you keep going the direction you're going to need a submarine. Jackie says, right, but I have to get a 2-bedroom for me and my son. I understand that. I understand what you're saying. Baby steps. There was a reason there was a 1-bedroom available. You may have to sleep in the living room for a little bit until something else becomes available. But remember, that's further down the road. And if you can make these steps happen quicker, you can get the 2-bedroom. But the pricing is why the 1-bedroom was the way to go at that time. Trust me, it'll work itself out. You'll see. Turn a dining room into a bedroom. Who knows? Anyways, the thing is that I want you, she says, right. Financially, things are going to have to build up for you in order to get there. Now, when it comes to love, Jackie, you aren't even anywhere near the market. You're so far away from the market that you've almost forgotten how to spell market. Like, you aren't even near love at all because you're not doing anything to be seen. If someone, when someone pays you a compliment, you kind of retreat a little bit. I don't even feel like you're accepting of the compliments. And that's something we need to start with, is learn how to take a compliment. Learn how to open up and communicate and take some time to do something different. If you want to meet someone new, go to a different place. Maybe go grab coffee at a different coffee shop. Shop at a different type of grocery store. Get out from underneath your ex's roof. That'll be a big one. We're working on that. But I do feel as though that you'll get there. Your extra time goes with your son. And the other time is with people that need you. She put right. So I feel as though that if you can work on these things and just getting those baby steps, getting that car, getting that job, that's going to change a lot for you. But then you're doing a job where you work from home, which again doesn't allow you to socialize. So guess what you're not doing? You're not meeting new people. So you're going to have to go out of your way to meet somebody. And, there are dating apps out there. There's a bunch of them. But what I think they should do with these dating apps is just kind of put them all together onto one app and call it "This Is What's Left," and just kind of pick out what you want at that point, because there's a lot going on. So I know a lot of people don't like dating sites for that exact reason. So, but it's a way for you to get out and start dating and give yourself an opportunity to get out of the house and do things and realize that Mama needs to go out and have some fun too. She needs to go out and have some fun. And that's what you need. So maybe get on a dating app, someone respectable. Don't get on the dating app that says "This Is What's Left," because, I think I might come up with that. I think I might create an app called "This Is What's Left." I love it. All right. So Jackie, I seen the little emoji that she's got, crazy eyed emoji, but it's all about getting out and meeting new people. If you're invited to a barbecue, go to that barbecue. If you're invited to a get together of some kind, go to that birthday party, go to that dance, you need to meet new people. And Jackie's putting the tear with a smile. But the thing is, Jackie, you're a beautiful person, but you don't allow yourself to be seen. And that's part of the problem. You've been beat down so much that you put up your own walls. You're putting walls up around the wrong things. Put walls up against the things that have hurt you. Stop leaving the things that hurt you on the same side of the wall that you're on. Because currently, that's what's happened. I need you to see that about yourself and what type of person you are. And Jackie put true. All right, Jackie. Wow, what a bunch of beautiful information there for you. I'm so glad we got the chance to dive deep into that. We've had there were so many questions, and the chance for 3 readers to get down and dive deep and just have a great time with it. We love it. I hope that you got your Toyota and Honda. I saw Honda, and I was promoting Dodge, so you got some good choices there. But I hope you take what we said and run with it. All right. Your soulmate is a Honda. No. Or perhaps Toyota. It's a Dodge. With a beard. I haven't seen one with a beard. I've seen them buy plastic cojones, though. And he says, love you, Journey, and thank you so much. And she says, oh Lord, yes. All right. Well, guys, wow, we've been here for quite some time. Guys do know that we've been having so much fun with you guys, but our time is running out. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna have another quick lightning round, and then we're gonna announce the emoji contest winner, and then we're gonna call it a night. But guys, don't worry, we're gonna be here for Halloween. Make sure you guys tune in for the Halloween show. It's gonna be just like this. Bunch of us readers. It's gonna be mind-blowing and a lot of fun. And remember, we're gonna have pop-up shows all the way up until January. Jackie says maybe a RAV4. That's a good choice.
Yes, I have a RAV. I just bought a RAV4 this year, and I love it.
I had one myself. I really did like it, but I love my Dodge truck. So
I like Dodges.
Mm-hmm. Lexi says, thank you all so much for your time. Absolutely. Aww. We're always so thankful to be here. It's going to be weird for us not doing every day a show. So, but we will still have shows. You guys will still see us. It's just all the changes are coming up. So we've got to roll with the punches as they come through. All right. Because the platform's getting bigger, guys. Got to love a bigger platform.
Back to every day, right?
What's that?
We're going to come back to every day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As soon as January hits, we're back to everything. Stacy says, this is my first time watching. You three are amazing. Love your energy. Well, thank you, Stacy. We appreciate it. Love it. I'm so glad that you got the chance to be here. So, Stacy, let me go ahead and announce this. We're going to do a lightning round. So if you got yes/no questions, now is the time to start rapid firing those yes/no questions. Jackie says, we'll miss you, but congrats. Well, thank you. Remember, we're not gone. We're just not every day. We're just...
Be sure to ring that bell so you know when we have those pop-ups.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to do the lightning round coming up right now. So let's go ahead and... All right, this is the lightning round, and we are starting off with Sweetly. Sweetly says, I have to go away for Halloween weekend. Should I pass on going to the lake in the mountains and just get a hotel? No.
All right. We got Sweetly. Did my brother give my dad extra morphine to speed up his passing? It was supposed to be my hospice shift and sister's, not his. Yes.
We have Emily. Emily asks, can I trust my new friend? Let's have a look. Oh, undetermined.
Stacy, will I be able to heal myself and others? Yes.
All right. Joel, will I meet my person? Undetermined. We got to talk.
Scrail, can I still find love as a janitor? Interesting question, Scrail. Yes.
Jennifer, will Daniel and I be together for 10 more years? Yes, but okay. Yep, there's stuff going on. Sorry, spirit speaking.
So hard. Sweetly, should I go to the mountains? No.
And Emily, should I go to the garage sale thing tomorrow? Let's have a look for you. Yes, but.
All right, we got Sprayle says that Alexis ghosted me on purpose. Yes.
Stacy, do I need to leave my husband? No.
Emily, should I not work on Friday? Ooh, let's see. Yeah, undetermined.
Yeah, huh? Anna Marie says, will I get a new job soon? Yes.
Sweetly, we together today, Sweetly. Should I take the computer course online, not through community college? No.
Scrail, do my co-workers think I'm cool? Ooh, let's see what they think. Sorry, no.
I do.
Sweetly, camping for Halloween? Spirit's got some jokes tonight. No.
Joel, will my money go up soon? No.
Scrail, well, did they like me even though I'm lame? Scrail, you're not lame, but let's ask if they like you. Yes.
Emily, should I stay home tomorrow? No. All right.
The bell.
Throw it, laugh out loud, laugh out loud. I can't take that. Trail, not everybody's going to think everybody's cool, but there are people that do think you're cool, and that's what matters. We think you're cool. We have a great time when you're here, and that goes for everybody that comes here and has this great time with us. We just love being able to dive deep, and like freaking Spirit was having jokes in my ear when it was like camping on Halloween. They were like, Friday the 13th.
Oh,
I was like, Crystal Lake, oh shit. Gotta love Spirit. They always have jokes. They have a great sense of humor too.
yes.
Watching your face was really funny, Journey. I can see it.
I know.
Stacy says that was amazing. Thank you so much. Much love and light, positivity to everyone. Back at you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
I
was
saw that.
really worried today. You know, I had to go to the doctor early this morning, so I'm a little tired now, but I went to the doctor with a really suspicious looking mole, and he kicked me out of his office. He said they all look like that, and I needed to put it back in the garden. Sorry, I had to get in one more joke.
I knew it was coming. I was just waiting on it. I was waiting for that punchline at some point. At some point, we were going to have a punchline. And Sweetly says, I often have Bigfoot encounters, so I get it.
The fairies. I remember the fairies, Sweetly. That was okay. I'm stealing that. See, Scarlett, there's a reason I think you're cool.
All right. All right, guys, it is that time. It is that hour. It is time for the emoji contest winner. All right, we've got drum roll, please. All right, we've got Jackie J. You are tonight's emoji contest winner. We're going to start you off with Squirrel. Each one of us is going to pull a card for you. That is something we're going to do for you. But, guys, I also have a collective reading for everybody that's going to be at the end. It'll be right before we pass out. It'll be right before the ending credits. So if you guys sat and watch, it is a tea leaf reading with energy. She has got a beautiful tea leaf reading she's been dying to give to everybody. So let's go ahead and put Swirl on the screen and get that reading going.
All right, Jackie, I've got blind faith for you. I think you have been operating on blind faith, and you're starting to get disgusted with how everything is going. It's time to put some of that faith into yourself. Okay? The universe is definitely wanting to help you. You're never alone in that regard. But some of that blind faith needs to be in you, and you've got to start believing that you deserve what the universe is, what you are asking the universe for. You deserve it, Jackie. Okay? I'm telling you, it's true. All right? I'm going to go ahead and pass you on to energy.
And following on from Squirrel's card, I have bravery. It is time for you, Jackie, to be brave, to step out of that comfort zone, to try some new things. This is about learning to dip your toe in the water and trying something new. By taking small, brave, courageous steps, you will find that over time, you will be able to take bigger steps. You will be more courageous. You'll be more brave. And in fact, over time, things that you are fearful about now will definitely be less fearful. So remember, the motto is be brave, and as Squirrel said, have faith. I'll pass you on to Journey.
All right. So I am following up right behind these two beautiful ladies, and I've got beauty. So seeing the beauty in everything else around you, Jackie, is something that's wonderful, but seeing the beauty that lies within is even more cherishable. You need to see the person that you are and stop blocking the person that you are. Kind of goes with your reading. Allow yourself to see the beauty within. Allow everybody to see it as well, because you are putting up a mask and no one can see the real you because you're too busy trying to please everyone else. Stop pleasing everyone else. Take care of yourself. See that inner beauty, because it is well worth it. Thank you so much, Jackie. We do appreciate it. All right. All right. There we go. Get that off the screen. Guys, this has been so wonderful. And again, we're going to end it on a tea leaf reading with energy. She's going to be sharing that beautiful energy. Jackie says, thank you all so very much. Love your energy and guidance. Absolutely, guys. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you guys know everything that's going on. Squirrel says tonight has been so fun, guys. You are so welcome. Sweetly says, indeed. Indeed. All right. Well, ladies, this has been a pleasure. It has been a long time since we've had a Journey and Friends.
Yeah, it has.
And it was so much fun. And I forgot how long these end up going. They end up sometimes. I remember the one that we did was 8 hours long. Remember that, Squirrel? It was your
reader fall asleep on the screen.
Yes,
it was epic.
It was. She started snoring and everything. She was so tired. She didn't know what to do. But the thing is she woke up when the camera got on her, and she was right there in the reading. She was answering the question beautifully, and she's like, did I read that? Was this about bugs? It was like, yes, it really was about roaches in their house.
I love it when we get together like this. I really do. It's like being at a party.
It is. It's always a party. And, we used to do drink night Friday nights. We would all have a little something, a little sip of something, depending on if it were, I think every time was tequila. And I definitely got mouthy on tequila. But hey, people liked it. Trust me, it was funny.
I love it when you get mouthy.
Really, really liked it. But they loved it when I got rugged with some of the people. But because they deserved it, some of them did. If you got your own show, then talk your shit on there. Don't come here. People are trying to enjoy themselves and have a great time and not be reminded that there's so much bullying going on in the world. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that here. We don't need that in your life. You have the choice to choose what you want in your life. If you choose to keep that kind of people around you, you will always have it. So, all right.
We're going to bring our drinks on Halloween.
We should. We should on Halloween.
Oh, I wonder if there's like an almond joy drink.
There is. I'll teach you how to make it. I'll tell you exactly how to make it.
Oh yeah, Halloween.
If you like White Russians, it's close to a White Russian.
I like Russian. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already drinking the daggone thing.
You already got a stick going on. All right. So I want to say thank you guys all for tuning in. We're gonna get out of here. Squirrel, is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
I love being here. I love our audience. They make the show so much fun to do. We definitely have those pop-ups, ring those notifications, and I can't wait till we're back on track and doing it all the time, but I'll see you till then, before then too. And Stacy says, what time on Halloween? I have to set a reminder, have 3 kids, right?
10 p.m.
10 p.m. All right,
10
Eastern
p.m.
Standard
time.
Time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll have some pop-ups. Ring that daggone bell. We'll all have pop-ups.
All right.
And Sweetly Morbid says, love you. We love you too, Sweetly Morbid. We really do. I have had such a blast here. It's been such a while since we've all gotten together like this, and it is so much fun. And I love how we bounce off each other as readers. But you know what I really love? I love how we bounce off each other with you. Every single one of you in the audience, your interaction is what makes this show for me. I love hearing what's going on in your life. I love answering your questions. And I am so excited when we move into this new iteration, this new way of being on My Psychic Connection. I'm so excited. I can't wait for it to happen. But of course, like Squirrel, Journey, Kay, and Cassidy, we will be still here and we'll be doing content recorded. We'll do pop-ups. I can't wait for the Halloween show. I'm so excited.
Right? 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks on a Thursday.
I've already got my costume planned.
Same. I've got mine planned.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be a costume contest, and it's going to be a little bit of drink going on, but definitely a lot of great readings happening. And guys, I want to say thank you guys so much for bearing with us as we go through this transformation onto these newer platforms. We've got things to learn. We've got things that are changing, and the way that we do things here is going to be different. We've got new exciting features that are going to happen, and I can't wait for you guys to see those features as some of the psychics here got a chance to kind of get an idea of what's coming next. I'm so excited about it, but again, we'll still have these pop-up shows, having great times with you guys, and I cannot wait to see you as all this stuff changes and moves forward. With that energy, I'm going to let you take it away as you have this beautiful tea reading. So guys, we'll see you on Halloween. You guys have a great night. Here's your tea reading.
So let's see what we have in the cup. What is really interesting about this cup is the majority of the tea leaves are all around the rim, the top of the cup. And so in tea leaf reading, that means things that are closer to the surface, things that are more in the here and now. And of course, what I'm seeing here as we begin looking at the Empress, I see a very busy mind at the moment. These bunch of tea leaves over here all look like a little blacksmith's anvil where they used to hammer to create horseshoes and swords. And this anvil is weighing heavily on your head. And this is saying to me that you're overwhelmed by too much thinking. You're over analyzing things. There is something that you want to get done. There is something new that you want to start creating, but overthinking and over worrying is getting in the way. As we move around the cup, I see tea leaves that look like clouds that are floating down in front of the sun. And in fact, one of the eyes of the sun is covered. And this is saying to me that you're not really seeing clearly at the moment. Things are a little bit foggy in your own mind. And it is time to clear your own energy so that you can get a better grasp on what it is that you are creating and how you can go about manifesting it. Let's keep going around the cup. And oh, wow, look at all the tea leaves around the moon symbol. By the way, this is a cup that has all of the 22 major arcana tarot symbols in them. So here we have the moon. And the tea leaves here, what I'm seeing is over here, I'm seeing one witch on a broom holding her wand high, flying at huge speed. Then I have another witch who's seated and she's looking over her grimoire or book of shadows. And then we have a tiny little witch here hanging off the symbol of the moon. This is saying to me that you do have the magic in you to create. You do have the magic to do it, but you need to slow down. You need to slow down that overactive mind of yours and then do the research that you need to do some planning to set the way forward. With this being the moon card in traditional tarot was all about deception. So don't deceive yourself. You need to be realistic about how you create and about how you use this magic that you have within you. Keep coming around, and I have some tea leaves over the temperance symbol. The temperance is about finding balance, mixing and matching if you like. And the tea leaves are just over one wing. And this is saying to me that in terms of your own balance, you are not quite centered yet. You're not quite grounded and centered in what it is that you want to do. So the starting point for you before you actually take action is to get yourself centered again, energetically, get yourself grounded, feet on the ground, bring back that balance. And then moving around a little bit further, again, wow, another lot of tea leaves here, and this is over the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about our inner wisdom. It is about our intuition. It is about our connection to spirit. And what I'm seeing here is some angels flying around, one on either side and an angel on the top. And I feel that spirit is trying to get your attention, trying to get messages to you, and you're not seeing. I feel that you're blocking your own intuition at the moment. I feel that there is hesitancy around trusting your intuition and trusting any spirit messages or symbols that you might see coming through. You kind of fob them off. Pay attention to them, because we have our little angel here and another one going over towards the magician symbol. And with this magician symbol, this is saying you have the skill set, you can do it, but you've got to trust yourself and trust the information that you are receiving. So overall, a new project that you're wanting to start, something new that you want to create, you've got to clear the clutter in your head, get yourself balanced, trust that you have the know-how and the magic with which to do it, and trust the spiritual information and your intuition. Back to you, Journey.